Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in again to The Medium by Design. Thanks to all my subscribers for sticking with me and following my journey through this incredible spiritual life that I have, and my very personal experiences of the ups and downs of this spiritual life, which you're in the middle of with me now. I had this over 2-month period with the third upper respiratory infection that turned out to be an incredibly deep spiritual experience. And I'm not even halfway through this experience with you yet. So these 4 or so videos that I've done is not even halfway through this experience, because in the beginning, I thought it was a simple respiratory infection and it would be gone in 2 weeks. But then it kept going and going and going, and the cough just never went away, which is why I had to take a hiatus from speaking. I actually backed away from my close inner spiritual circle, real live people that I could not talk to. And there was a reason for that more than just the physical cough. I was actually guided to take a step back so no one could input their ideas or their beliefs into this very personal experience. That was a very important lesson for me, because usually I would call on my comrades, my living comrades, to give their take. And this time I was not allowed to do that. My cough was out of control, and it was like, just sit, be quiet, and listen. And then all these messages came from these beings, these beautiful lights, these beautiful souls. So this message today is from Archangel Rafael, which is one of the most powerful archangels for healing. And because I was so desperate to get through this, I was calling in everyone, all the big guns. I called in every archangel that I could think of. I called in Jesus, Mother Mary. I just asked for any help I could get. And then they all came on their own. Mother Mary actually came on her own before I even started the prayer. I really didn't ask for help until I got desperate. So those first 3 weeks or so, I was just like, oh, I'm sure I'll just get through this. And then when it lingered, I'm like, oh, I think I need some help. So if this helps inspire you to call on the divine intervention, well, good for you. Because I usually do that every day. I have my beautiful walking prayers, not my walking videos, but my walking prayers that I do at home, where I call in the energies to bless the planet, to bless me, to show me what I want to see in this world. And I do. That works really well. It's like a law of attraction kind of thing, but it's working with the frequencies that I intend to flood the planet with. And I do get almost a biofeedback situation when I go out and share my day with others. So I know that works. I know that your prayers are heard. I know that they are answered in the time that they can be, with certain circumstances lining up for your benefit. I know that's true because I do that every day. But this message is specifically about my healing and helping, getting help from Archangel Raphael. I simply asked for his wisdom and his healing energy. I didn't get into a big introduction. I came, and this is what he said. I came when you requested last week, as there were already others on the scene assisting you to get through this current round of cleansing, purging, and restructuring of your human systems. So this is in direct alignment with the ascension teachings and a deep spiritual journey. You have done well to allow this current phase to move through your bodies. And they're talking about the emotional body, the physical body, all the different bodies that we have. We know this is not your favorite part of human life. And at this point of life, in this timeline, you are quite surprised that you still do this work this way. We are glad to inform you that this is coming to an end, as the clearing of karma will no longer need to be handled this way. Karma and the reincarnation wheel have been all but taken down and will no longer be utilized or need to be utilized this way. Now, if you study reincarnation, if you have memories of past lives, if you understand the law of cause and effect, which is what karma really is, it's cause and effect, energy coming back to you that you expended at another time. So the higher ups have been talking about this for a while, and I don't fully comprehend it, so I don't want to, I'm not going to project into it too much because I don't want to mess up the message. But from what I understand at this point, the Federation Council, the councils, the multiple councils of light, the Elohim, the creators of the universe, working, with the light of God, they are reviewing the Earth as a free will planet, because free will was taken to the extreme, causing so much damage. And the idea of reincarnation, the wheel of reincarnation, where too many souls come back and repeat the same energies again and don't really move forward. So as you can see, if you look at society, it looks like, to a certain extent, we're stuck in a loop. People are doing the same lower behaviors and getting the same results. And we can't do that anymore. And it's all unconscious because it's old soul memories and patterns, as well as programs that are operating this vessel and doing things on automatic. But when you go through an awakening, you start perceiving your surroundings differently. You see people differently. You see a truth in the reality that you didn't see before. And you see through people's actions. And you feel, if you're really opening, you can start feeling the energy behind the words of others and the actions. So he's trying to help me go even deeper with this experience. So he says, excuse me, what does this mean for you? You will continually be guided to new experiences, people, and opportunities to shine your light. The internet will remain important as it is the easiest way to reach the most numbers of people without the need for travel. We know you miss many of the activities you used to partake, but many will no longer be feasible or viable as you move into your next endeavor. Travel will return at some point when it is ironed out and made easy once again. You must also realize that the current round of viruses will continue to be spread, and although your virus experiences had a physical, tangible purpose, you cannot allow yourself to be exposed to unnecessary harm. Those that continue to spread disease in all forms will have to go through the motions to get the rest of this cleared out on a mass scale. Many will continue to become ill, and there will continue to be more deaths throughout 2023. Excessive deaths will be a very common term throughout the year. You will continue to need to rebuild your system, take care of all you ingest, and rest as you have been doing. I know you did not want to hear the rest word again, but it remains the most important thing you can do as your physical body continues to make changes and adjustments for what is occurring on this planet. If you are to remain, then your systems must go through this transformation. Those that are leaving will not go through this process, as it is not necessary to exit the planet. So this is very ascension-oriented explanation about our bodies having to go through these extreme purgings and resets and restructuring in order to remain on the planet. Now, if you're new to this kind of material, you may want to refer back to some of my other videos about how the planet is changing, how the vibration, the frequencies are changing, how the veil is dropping so quickly now, and that all these different dimensional spaces are available to us to tap into and receive from. So we're getting consistently bombarded by frequencies that our souls do not have conscious connections to. These are new frequencies that the planet has accepted to help her own evolution. And then the old souls that are here, as well as any soul that's here, that agreed to be here during this time, are trying to assimilate, integrate, and have their bodies align with these frequencies. Well, knowing that I'm an old soul, there are many tragic timelines that I was part of, and those lower, sorrowful, grief-stricken timelines must be healed and cleared. So if you're going through something, remember, this series is all about what I'm going through physically with the spiritual intervention of insight. So even though this message from Rafael is talking a little bit more globally and in a larger scale, which I didn't expect. Remember, I'm home not feeling well, and these energies are coming to help me understand even some of the bigger picture, as well as my own individual experience. So you can imagine how my mind is having trouble wrapping around all this. So as Mother Mary said in a few videos back, I'm so glad you're not trying to figure this all out, because I can't. I'm allowing these spirit interventions to help me inch along and keep clearing whatever this is that I have to clear. It's just a very interesting process that I didn't really know I was going to have to go through. And it really does confirm that even the old souls cannot know everything that's happening now. We're learning as we go. Now, we have a lot of wisdom to call upon from other timelines. That's true. But if we truly want to receive the highest and best frequencies and the wisdom that come with these downloads, we cannot pretend we know, because then we can't receive. And that's something I know firsthand. I cannot claim to know and that this is the way, because even my way is changing through the decades. The way I receive, the way I learn. And one of the tangible things that I've seen with myself over the last 5 years, I'm speaking differently. I'm showing up differently. My energy is different. Some of my personality has toned down. I'm changing from the inside out. And a lot of the automatic energies that would come out of me are dissipating, dissolving. They're kind of going away. And I can't really take credit except that I'm allowing it to happen. But I didn't really intend for that. I didn't have any problem with the way I was. I was like, this is me, Italian from New Jersey. But it's deeper than that. Because underlying some of that Italian from New Jersey is the frictional energy, the fighting energy, the combative, the confrontational. Being an Aries people can tend to be on the guard because we had past lives as army people and, comrades. We had comrades, we had authority figures. Some of us came in with leadership energies from other timelines that will be needed now too. So, when you go deeper, don't be surprised at what you discover, because we really don't know much. Remember, our DNA, our soul history has been kind of kept from us. And the only way to really retrieve that is to do some kind of spiritual practice, to allow time to be silent, to journal, to receive. How do you think I receive all this? Do you think I do it with a busy schedule every day and running around like a maniac? Absolutely not. I have more quiet time this lifetime in general, but in this last 10 years, it's just the quiet time. It keeps expanding and expanding. More quiet, more rest, more solitude. I didn't know I was going to do that. I'm a social being. I like to jump around and do things, but this particular period was to receive all of the messages that you see me sharing, and they go back, like I have messages from 25, 30 years ago, and they're still pertinent today. So again, this was Archangel Rafael giving us a little bit of the reincarnation picture and how that's changing from the higher ups on the other side, and some of this, what I'm going through with this clearing. Short message, not too long. So again, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for your comments. If you want something personal, a personal session, only through my email, contact me. We may have a phone call too, so you can ask your questions about what it is, what kind of session you want. If you're thinking of a group in your location, a remote thing, we can do a group read if you can get people together. And that's always fun. It's always deep. And then again, if you have your own ideas of something you feel I could do, then let's discuss that. As I said in previous videos, my work is always changing. And we're in another transition period, so new opportunities are here every day, and I have to evaluate that and go, can I do that? Is that something my soul can do? And of course, most of the time it's like, yes, jump in, do something new. Because we have a lot of new energies coming in, and as our bodies acclimate to the new energy, guess what the outcome is? New creative drive. And you see this all over the internet. People are just bringing their gifts and sharing their new creative things. We have new artists coming out every day, new singers every day. There's new writers. It's just new. There's all kinds of new, as well as the clearing of the old and the breaking down of the old systems. It's all happening simultaneously. So with that, I hope you're inspired. I hope you got something from this video. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to go deeper. Remember, this is not even halfway through this 2-month period, so there's much more to come. Thanks again.